Hello everyone. Today's lecture on centrifugation. Definition. Centrifugation is the process that uses centrifugal force to separate and purify mixture of biological particles in a liquid medium. It also uses gravitational force for separation. It is a key technique for isolating, analyzing the cells, subcellular fractions, supramolecular complexes, and isolated macromolecules such as proteins and nucleic acids. Discovery of centrifugation. The centrifugation was initiated by Antonin Prandtl, who proposed the idea of dairy centrifuge to separate cream from milk. Later, in 1923, Theodor Swedberg and his students H. Rinde had successfully analyzed large-grained salts in terms of their gravitational sedimentation. Principle of centrifugation. The basic physics on which the centrifuge works is gravity and generation of the centrifugal force to sediment the particles. The rate of sedimentation depends on applied centrifugal field which being directed radially outwards. The centrifugal field is generally denoted by capital G, which depends on angular velocity and radial distance of particles from axis of rotation. Thus, the capital G is equal to omega square r. Omega denotes angular velocity in radians per second and r denotes radial distance of the particle in centimeter. Rotors of centrifuge. There are generally three types of rotors are seen: fixed angle rotors, vertical tube rotors, and swinging bucket rotors. Fixed angle rotors. These rotors have holes within their body. The tube holes are held at the angle of 14 to 40 degree to the vertical. These sliding down makes the sedimentation quicker, which is also called wall effect. Particles move radially outwards and travel a short distance. These types of rotors are useful for differential centrifugation. The reorientation of the tube occurs during the acceleration and deceleration of the rotor. Next, vertical tube rotors. The tube holes are held vertical parallel to the rotor axis. Particles in the tube move shorter distance. The time of separation is shorter. The reorientation makes it lies perpendicular to the axis of rotation. The major disadvantage in this rotor, the pellet may fall back into the solution at the end of the centrifugation. Next, swinging bucket rotor. These rotor have bucket that swings out to horizontal position when rotor accelerate. The reorientation to lie perpendicular to axis of rotation and parallel to applied centrifugal field. The particles travels longer distance, which may allow better separation, such as in density gradient centrifugation. These rotors easier to withdraw supernatant without disturbing the pellet. Normally, these rotors are used for density gradient centrifugation. Types of centrifuge. Basically, there are three types of centrifuge are seen: desktop centrifuge, high speed centrifuge, ultra centrifuge. The ultracentrifuge is further classified into preparative centrifuge and analytical centrifuge. Desktop centrifuge. This centrifuge is very simple and small. The maximum speed is about 3000 rpm. It does not have any temperature regulatory system. This type of centrifuge is used normally to collect rapidly sedimenting substances such as blood cells, yeast cells, or bulky precipitates of chemical reactions. High speed centrifuge. This centrifuge have maximum speed of 25,000 rpm, providing 90,000 g centrifugal force. These centrifuges are usually equipped with a refrigeration system to remove the heat generated due to the friction between air and the spinning rotor. Temperature are maintained at 0 to 4 degrees centigrade by means of thermocouple. These centrifuges are used to collect microorganisms, cell debris, large cellular organelles, and precipitates of chemical reaction. Ultracentrifuge. This centrifuge operates at speed 75,000 rpm, which provides the centrifugal force to 500,000 g. To eliminate the source of heat, the rotor chamber is sealed and evacuated by pump to attain the vacuum. This centrifuge have refrigeration system, the temperature maintained at 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. The rotor chamber is always enclosed by heavy armor plate. These ultracentrifuges are further classified into preparative and analytical centrifuge. Preparatory centrifugation. Centrifugation for isolation and purification of components is known as preparatory centrifugation. It is concerned with the actual isolation of biological materials for subsequent biochemical investigation. It is divided into two main techniques depending on the suspension medium in which separation occurs. There are differential centrifugation and density gradient centrifugation. Differential centrifugation. Separation is achieved based on the size of the particles in differential centrifugation. This is commonly used in simple pelleting and obtaining the partially pure separation of subcellular organelles and macromolecules, used for study of subcellular organelles, tissue or cells. During centrifugation, larger particles sediment faster than the smaller ones. The major drawback is its poor yielding fact that the preparation obtained is never pure. In differential centrifugation, the homogeneated cells are run in low speed centrifugation. The pellet formed contains whole cells, nuclei, cytoskeleton, and the supernatant is run in medium speed centrifugation. The pellet formed contains mitochondria, lysosome, and peroxisome. Again, the supernatant is collected and run in high speed centrifugation. The pellet contains microsomes and other small vesicles. Again, the supernatant is collected and run in very high speed centrifugation. Later, the pellet contains ribosomes, virus, and large macromolecules. Density gradient centrifugation. It is the preferred method to purify subcellular organelles and macromolecules. Density gradient can be generated by placing a layer after layer of gradient media such as sucrose in the tube, which heaviest layer at the bottom and lightest at the top in either. This is classified into two categories: rate zonal separation, which is based on size, and isopynic separation, which is based on density. Rate zonal centrifugation. It is a gradient centrifugation. It takes advantage of particle size and mass instead of particle density for sedimentation. For example, the common application includes separation of cellular organelles such as endosomes or proteins such as antibodies. Isopynic centrifugation. It is also a gradient centrifugation. Particles of a particular density will sink during centrifugation until a position is reached where the density of the surrounding solution is exactly the same as the density of the particle. Once quasi-equilibrium is reached, the length of centrifugation does not have any influence on the migration of particle. For example, separation of nucleic acid in cesium chloride gradient. Analytical centrifuge. This is the third type of centrifuge. The maximum speed is about 70,000 rpm and the relative centrifugal field is 5 lakh G. It contains motor, rotor chamber that is refrigerated and evacuated. It also contains optical system which has light absorption system, Schlieren system and Rayleigh informetric system. It contains two cells, analytical cells and counterpoise cell. Optics used in the analytical centrifuge are Schlieren optics or Rayleigh interference optics. At beginning, peak of refractive index will be at meniscus. With progress of sedimentation, macromolecules move down. The peak shift giving direct information about the sedimentation characteristics. Applications of centrifugation. It removes cellular elements from blood to improve cell-free plasma or serum for analysis. It also removes chemically precipitated protein from an analytical specimen. It separates protein bound from free ligand in immunochemical and other assay. It also separates subcellular organelles such as DNA, RNA. Exact solutes in biological fluids from aqueous to organic solvent. It separates lipid components.